Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Okay, now I can see myself. I'm sorry. BeBe's Barber Shop Inspirational Juice. We're here at Slip and Slide, my barbershop, on at 2410 Glass Street with Tobias Pruitt. We're gonna chat with him today, and I'm here with Jameer and Tiffany Davis.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello world, world, hello world. About yourself and your life. So you're Bob, the artist, right?
Yes,
I want to hear your prison story, or tell me a little bit about yourself.
well, as of right now, I'm 49. I'll be 50 in a couple of days. I've served over 20 years in federal prison. I've been indicted twice, but as of right now, life's great. I love it. I love this side of life. And all the things that I've been through, the trials and tribulations I've been through, what got me here now. So I wouldn't trade it for the world. That's what I had to see to be who I am. And I'm just gonna keep going forward. I'm looking and waiting to see what I'm doing and when I turn 60. Since 50 is a couple of days away.
So you got a birthday coming up, so right?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You said you spent over 20 years in prison,
In federal prison.
federal prison. Um, how was that? There was two sentences, right? So,
Yeah, I only been in prison twice, but I've been sentenced 4 times. The first time I had an 8-year sentence ran with a 10-year sentence. The second time I had a 5-year sentence ran with a 10-year sentence. I've been sentenced over 300 months.
so over. I don't know. Tell us a little bit about it. I've never been to prison. I'm trying to get an understanding of what it's like. You get up at a certain time.
Yeah, prison is isolated. So therefore, if you in a room, or you in a cell, or you in a prison, now you can't say we're in the world because in the world you can just pull off and leave. In the prison, you're stuck because 9 times out of 10 the door don't open but every hour. So you're in a rec yard, you're in the kitchen, you're in a unit, you're in the TV room. You're around a person for a long period of time, so you just can't say I'm gonna up and go. So therefore, you want to. That's the only thing about prison. You can't kind of too much space because you get called out. But we have a whole lot of people on them. That's why we got a lot of people getting called out. Life as we know it right now is you sell drugs, you go to jail. You have a gun, you kill somebody, and eventually you go to jail. If not, you get killed. So our results ain't that much different. We can talk all we want to. The results is what they are. Let's be realistic. It is what it is. I'm 50. I've been going through this since I was 19.
Why so early? What happened early?
I jumped off the porch when we realized what the porch was. The only problem I say right now is the youth don't listen to none of the old heads. How can you not listen to somebody that's seen it all? When crack came, I remember when crack didn't mean nothing. I remember when AIDS came, and it didn't mean nothing. Think about it. Think about what we at right now. I was here when COVID came. Now the COVID don't mean nothing. Because at first they said wear your mask, and everybody had a mask on. A few months later, don't wear your mask. So the AIDS turn around. If they don't show you that it's affecting everybody, then it's not affecting everybody. If the COVID didn't show us that it was killing everybody, we don't know it's killing everybody. If the crack wasn't locking everybody up, we realized that part. The crack was locking everybody up. Now, if you're in a different neighborhood, those are different scenarios. The drugs get you in rehab if you're in an upscale neighborhood or so-called white neighborhood. The police give you your time. That's another subject we can talk about. The police give you a resale charge if you're a black man for use. But if you're a white boy and you get pulled over, you're going to get for use sale. You can't change it for resale charge once you get in front of the judge. And once you're in front of the judge and you got it for use sale, then you need help because it was only for use. But for the black kid, he was using it for money that we can't tax. So it's also laws that we can never straighten out or look at. Everything is broken. The police is taught already to go in the area that we got the most crime, which is where we're at. It's never going to change, can't change, won't change until we see a change. And we can talk about it. We won't have to talk about it. I love the podcast. I love the topics. This has to be talked about, but we can't blow each other whistle every day. And then when the clock go off or when the camera stops, it's over with. I do this every day, constantly in the barbershop with kids, grown men, constantly. I cut everybody hair to come out of prison or already been to prison, and hate to say some of them before they even go to prison. As soon as they get in trouble, they want to ask questions, and I try to tell them what not to do to get in trouble.
I mean, so you don't think of. So what would you have done differently?
Nothing.
Why?
It's inevitable. When I didn't graduate school, they made a prison bed for me. We don't talk about that, but that's facts. The more we don't graduate, the more prison they build for us. So if I can tell you this, and I've told multiple people this, the prison was made for someone like me. Because back then I was going to sell drugs. I was not going to go work at William Foundry and be dirty every day, because that's what it was then. See, I know all of the history. Now it's Volkswagen. I love to go to Volkswagen, but you left me in a factory, a federal prison inside of a fence for multiple years. Now I need to feel a little freedom. I have to walk out. But a person that ain't been in the inside can't tell me to come outside then go back in. But it's hypothetical. It's more mental. Okay. We've never got rehabilitated. We've never been rehabilitated or self-medicate. We self-medicate. We never been medicated or nothing. We self-medicate. Everybody self-medicate. I got a problem. I know I got a problem. I'm hyper. I get angry. Once I blow my edge, it's gone. No one never from school. Even in prison, they got another they call it quarter pocket. They call it the shoot the hole, because you're not going by the rules and laws the same way on the street. If you don't drive the way you're supposed to go, they'll pull you over. And you can go to jail if you go too fast. And you can pay an amount of money if you don't go that fast at all and keep on going about your life. But we can stop you, pull you over, and snatch you at any point in time. That's the fear that y'all don't got, because you've never been in the street. But once you jump out the porch as a young black man with the skin as your sin, sooner or later, you're going to be swimming with the fish. Sooner or later. Now, I'm not saying it's inevitable that everyone goes to prison, but out of 10, somebody going. It's just the cost that we do.
So you say 5 now. So, how long you been out of prison now?
Almost October should make 2 years.
So what have you been doing to stay free now? So what are you doing different?
Different?
Yeah.
No, last time it ain't. I'm glad that you asked that question.
Okay.
It's nothing that you do different, because I can walk out here right now and do the simplest things that I do every day, and that's maybe get me a drink, head my way home. If they decide to pull me over and be aggressive, as it doesn't happen, it happens.
So is that more now, like you're marked, or
yes?
Okay.
Yes.
So
once you go to prison, I call it a bow tie. Because if I sell drugs, I have a bow tie with me. The DA looks at me as a bow tie. It's a prize with him. Whatever time he gets, I get to give him more time. The goal is to not let me be on the streets. And it sounds funny on the street to reproduce. Because once I touch any female, white or black, if she white, she's gonna have black kids from here on out. And then the kids and kids are gonna have black kids. So it's gonna always be a population battle. So that's why they put prisons in your own city, just inside the fence. You can put you in prison and send you to civil there right now for 3 years. You can stay inside of Chattanooga right here and do 3 years in prison. You couldn't do that at first. You had to get you a number and go around inside that mountain. Now there's so many people around inside the mountain, we ain't gonna push you around inside the mountain no more. Come stay right here and do your time. You can do 1129 at first, now you can go up to 3, 4, 5 years, stay right here. That's how much it's 10, that 5 out of 10. I'm 50, out of 50 years, ain't that much more room. So they're building them and building them. And if there have been so many prisons built already and so many already filled up, I've been to 10 federal prisons. It's 25 to 3,000 people on the compound. And in the 90s, I went in the 90s, it was all black guys. It was all, because that was the crack era. It was all black. Now it's all white because of this foul internet sex ring shit. There ain't too many going to jail for drugs more. You're going straight to prison for drugs now.
So, you plan on going back?
Nah, never planned on going the first time. That's nothing that you plan. Like sometimes we don't plan to run out of, not to cut you off, we don't plan to run out of gas, but shit happens. In the life that I was living, shit happens. Now, I'm not living that type of life for the shit to happen. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm staying at work. I'm work early, 9 o'clock. I'm getting off at 8 or 9. I'm working 10, 11 hours a day. So I'm off work. I sit here and I take myself to eat and go home and stay out the street.
Right. So, you said you first went at 19?
19 years old.
What were you charged with?
Conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine.
Conspiracy?
Okay. I was on 150 count indictment with 13 charge partners. Back then we was called the carousel board. It was the biggest drug conspiracy out of Chattanooga, Tennessee at the time, second to Big November.
Did you cut hair in jail?
Yes, every day.
So how did they pay you? Or were you in a barber shop or?
Yeah, barber shop, just big ass barber shop. Jail just like prison, federal prison, not state, but federal prison is like a college campus. You got everything college campus. You got your dorm, you live here, you eat over there, you play ball over here, you study over there, your library right here, you know, outside here, inside there, church over here. So, just everything confined inside the fence.
Did you take any classes while you were there?
Yes,
so I know that since I've been doing this, I've heard about different programs.
See, now, the recidivism rate, which is everything that's talked about, this came about. I did 10 years without the recidivism rate even being known about. So the recidivism rate is up here. There's nothing you can put a person in class to. My anger management class is not going to manage my anger. I can only manage my anger. So it's only time. And the person, the individual person is going to change. And that's just being honest. We can sit here and talk all day. But we're going to speak facts today. If your soul don't feel touched or you don't know what a blessing is, then it'll constantly keep passing you by. Right now today, if you have chill bumps, that's you being in tune. We're so out of tune, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while for a lot of us to get back in tune.
So, you have a son, but he's older. Say, some youth, like, what would you advise them so they don't have to go through the things that you did? Like, what advice would you give them? Like, in my view.
never wish this on another enemy in prison. But it's gonna be reality. Prison don't make you a better person. It's gonna either make you or break you. So prison can make you a worse person. It can make you a worse criminal. Why am I telling you that? I went to prison for selling drugs. Made me a better type of person that wasn't a drug dealer. So I became a better so-called gangster. I ain't selling drugs, but I'm still not with the shit. Excuse my French. So after going to prison with shooting that thing and pulling that thing out and always burning the block, go to jail for that too. So that's federal prison for trying to be a drug dealer, federal prison for trying to be a gangster. So now all I'm trying to be is just a bar. And I take life as it is right now, day by day, until the cash is stopped. I don't need nothing, I don't want nothing. But fresh air, peace of mind. Everything else is a comfort. And I've had a lot of comfort.
So how long you been cutting hair?
Professionally, over 20 years. But this is a God gift. I picked up a pair of clippers at 13, never put them down. No one never taught me nothing. It just came.
So you like doing it?
I can't do nothing, but they won't allow me not to do this. They'll pull up at the front door, they'll pull up at the porch. If I move anywhere, they'll move, they coming. I have guys moving prison cells, moving different prisons to come, and would be mad when I'm leaving this prison because of what I do with my hands. You know that they ain't playing about no toes. Mm-hmm. No haircut. That's one thing our mother told me, find something you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life. So I don't have a job, I don't work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely get that.
And this what I do.
Random.
This what I'm gonna do. I didn't know that I was gonna come home and spend $2,500 on all gold clippers and I'll be the only person with everything gold. I thought other guys had this much passion for it, but obviously they don't. But they do, just not to the limit that I am.
Well, I already asked you what you would do different, so you said
But
nothing.
me doing different. It's like right now. Let me put it in. Let me try to put it in layman's terms. The world is what the world is now,
Right.
and that's the thing about the young guys not listening to an older guy. I can tell you what the world has been, decade after decade after decade. You ain't even seen 3 decades, so you don't know what the world is now. You think this is what it is now. Like I thought that's what it was then.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part. I thought that's what it was. That ain't what it is. So, like right now, everything like they just passed the law on fentanyl. Last Saturday, on a Saturday, they passed the law. You get caught with 3 of those fentanyl pills, these blues or whatever it is, you looking at over 20 years, 15 years. Just like back then when I went to jail, crack get you 10 years. A piece of rock get you 10 years. A $10 rock get you 10 years. So now a $2, $3 pill gonna get you 15, 20 years. And if you don't know, how you gonna fight? They pass laws on Saturdays behind your back, even though you're not there. They could have passed it on top of the news, and they still wouldn't change. That's why it is what it is. We're so lost and so detached on what we supposed to be doing. We so caught up on the 4th of July, anniversaries and birthdays and Christmases that we're out of touch with self and nature. The only thing we supposed to be doing is elevating, right? Not killing each other. Now let's start this new game. Never kill again. And that's the man. Never kill another black man again. If you're a killer. So if you ain't a killer, why try to be a killer? When we trying to let the killers know you never kill again. But you never kill, but for the ones that ain't killers, and never kill again if you had them kill somebody. You're knocking off a whole generation of wealth health, knowledge, and everything when you kill a man. And if he's the father of the child, that means he's Superman. Only to that child. And when that child grows up, imagine what that man gonna be. Still somebody. I've been in prison 20 years, but you can't tell now one of my little girls nothing bad about me. They ain't gonna hear that.
Right.
Mhm.
So with
How you doing, brother? All right.
you.
Just stopping by the shop.
Yeah, man, when you watch the car, man, just slide, man, give me a little air.
Well, we doing a little interview right now. We're on a little radio live.
Radio live.
Now we appreciate you coming in, Clip and Slide Barber Shop. Hashtag Mr. My Turn is on the ones and twos in a minute.
All right, that's very cool, man.
All right.
Just give me a little air.
Okay.
Rough day yesterday.
I already know. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh yeah, sorry about your mom.
Appreciate
Good to see you. Yeah.
it. Just slide, man. I come back and holler at you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he gets a haircut weekly. Real fine. He's on he works in the chicken house, so he has to stay fresh. He doesn't work there for a whole life.
So I, a lot of your art, I see you drawing in people's heads and stuff of the kids, right? Were you able to draw in prison, or did you draw in prison?
Oh, yes. Once I did a photo sign and the guys here in prison and had the whole prison just, I only did it probably about number 5 times. Some of them are non zero, what they call it, zero tolerance. Yeah, that's crazy. That
What does that mean?
zero tolerance is
Okay, we're back. Uh, of course, y'all know I'm horrible at this. I'm gonna keep practicing until I get it right. So I'm not sure where we left off. You were telling me about the in prison experience, like the clothing and stuff, what they give you.
Nothing. You use after use after use. But the disregard for life, like I say, this is what's worse than racism. This is a black man that shows another black man disregard for life. A white man shows another white man disregard for life. That's what a people word disregard for life. We talking about a guard having a disregard for your life, but he's being paid to guard our life. Miss Flair, the guard is being paid to guard our life, but they have a disregard for life. You can be screaming and hollering, knowing you're getting stabbed. Guess what they're gonna do? Ignore it, keep walking.
Really? Damn. So,
You ever
right.
seen a guard that never stop nobody from getting killed? Guards
So
don't stop
what are they
fights.
fighting for? What are they fighting for inside?
Politics, money, anything. Drugs, which is money. Politics, which is power.
Did you get in a lot of fights?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was a barber. I learned how to politics with everybody. Which politics is me buying weed, me buying drugs, me buying alcohol, me buying shoes, me gambling. If stores closed, I have to buy food from somewhere. Politics, me, stuff. And people that in politics, we're in prison, me dealing with someone else. It might be a different game, you don't question me, why am I doing this? Because I'm the barber. It's like I get to do everything. Like you done told it. I can't care. I don't care if you told it. You're homosexual. I don't care if you're homosexual. You broke. I don't care if you broke. You got enough money to pay me, that good. You rich, as long as you got enough. You only pay me enough. So I can't deal with my politics has to be straight across the board. Business. So life now, when I come home, is all about business. The same way I stayed in prison and kept it all about business. I'm only business here. You have to come between my doors to be my friend and talk to me. Get a haircut. I don't go. I don't go out. They come to me. They come to us. So we keep a nice environment, safe environment, and keeping weed out the bullseye, which it happens because this is life. We've seen that.
Oh yeah.
No disregard to now one of us. Nothing that we could have did. No differently. It
Right.
happened.
Right. So I'm just thinking. I guess I'm stuck on 20 something years and trying to understand like what I would, how I would feel coming out. Me thinking about it, I'm feeling anxiety.
Sometimes let's be honest once again. Sometimes you feel like it depends on if you was that's cliche. It depends on if you felt like you was that dude or not. Men are not like women.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be respected. If you come in the room and there's four guys in the room, three of those guys speak to you, you're on a different way. If don't nobody speak to you, you more like you with the shit like that. It's just what the way men, and I'm a Leo. So a lot of men will never explain this way. We buy rims and clothes for other men. You can say you do it for women all you want to, but you don't get your responses until you see another man. And it's not no homo shit, but it's just what it is. We do this for other men. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that.
So
but a woman don't know that these 28s or 26-inch rims. But I'm not gonna tell a girl these 26s, baby. I'm gonna tell her I'm on them 8s, nigga. You riding them 8s. Think about it. we put on for each other. Now, it's a plus that we look good when a woman sees us, but we really putting on the stun on another man. Like the king of the jungle, the ape, he's a chest holder. See where we from? Okay, in nature, you have to fight to mate. You have to fight to get your bloodline reproduced, to live on. You have to fight. Or you have to be a good soldier. You have to work. All bees don't get to the queen bee, but all bees do exactly what she tells them to do. And that's what we've been out of touch with nature right now. We don't know which way we're supposed to be going. We've been stretched left and right and pushed so many different ways. We run to religion to find out which way. We run to diet to find out which way. We, we believe the financial way, good credit score is the way. You can work all day and not have a good credit score. We believe having a good house and having a mortgage is the way. We believe having going to college was the way. Finishing high school, having a GED was the way. Being married is the way. We think we don't know what the way is. They keep changing the way. We don't know what the way it's supposed to be. They keep changing it. We keep getting insight and highlights to different stuff daily, especially with TikTok and social media. We don't know what to believe. But I know one thing: I ain't gonna believe what they told me the first time. I know they lied the first time. Think about that one. They lied to us the first time. First time I went to school, that was a lie. First time I went to the hospital, that was a lie. First time I was born, that was a lie. First time I looked at time, that was a lie. So we've been lied to so many times. We know we was lied to once about everything.
Okay, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Close out. So, I guess your closing remarks. What you want to say before we leave?
2410 Glass Street, Triple Slide, Hairstyle Studio, hashtag Blind Bar, owner, Tobias Pruitt, managed by Jameer, and creative design, hashtag Mr. My Turn, aka Tobias Pruitt. But my last words to go out is to, I had to plug that in, but my last words to go out is, you live and you learn. I can tell you all day long, young guys, that don't sell this, you go to jail. You're going to do it, and you're going to go to jail. I can tell you all day long, don't kill nobody else. You're going to kill somebody else, and you're going to do it. Not just you, but as a whole. We as a whole, we got to realize we are people as a whole. Old men as a whole. I'm an old guy as a whole. You're a young guy as a whole. There's not no size in young or older. Old as a whole need to teach the youth, and the youth as a whole need to listen to the older ones. We've been here before. We've seen it. Ask some of the questions. Find somebody to ask, man. I'm here. Ask me anything, man. I'll tell you all of them. I got so much. Ask me anything. I'll tell you all of them. All the secrets. We have to teach each other ways that we've already went that you don't have to go. That's a hard road. You don't have to go that road. That's the hard road. Don't go that way. And if I'm taking my time to stop you on your path and I'm going my way, you should please listen. Because you didn't stop me to tell me that you going from a way that ain't no money down there, man. Don't nobody love me. I'm going this way. See? But I stopped you and told you, you going somewhere where I just left, that you think people love you. They ain't gonna love you where you're going either. They ain't gonna love you when you get back there. Same ones you spend all that money for, you ain't gonna get none of that money back when you get there. So if you're doing something wrong for that reason, no. Get a job. You live longer. You get a chance to provide longer with a job. You sell dope, you got 3 years maybe. And then you will do 10 years, 15 years in prison. If I'm 19 and I did 10 years at 19, I wasn't selling drugs at 15. So even if I did 3 years of selling drugs, 16, 17, 18, 19, I went to jail at 19. So even 15, 16, 17, 18, I had 3 years. I went to jail for 10 years. I could have worked the whole 10 years and had everything that I thought I was gonna get in those 3 years of selling drugs. Make it make sense, man. That was my closing arguments right there. Make it make sense.
Thank y'all for joining us. We'll come back and visit Tobias sometime. Um, I'm gonna put in the comments the information, the links, the platforms. You can visit, follow the page, WPTP 100 100.1 1001 FM. Tune in. Thanks for having you. Bye bye.